So I think that's my favorite. Oh, thank you, Chelsea, or whoever did that. Thank you, because I already forgot. So, what is your favorite holiday and why? And I'll go through and read some of them. And then on a scale 1 to 10, how are you feeling when it comes to the holidays and your goals, the goals that you have set right now in your program? One being like, I'm nervous, I'm overwhelmed, I have no clue like how to go about them with all the parties and food and everything going on. 10 being like, hey, I feel really good. I've got a plan. I'm gonna have balance. I feel great. So on a scale 1 to 10, how do you feel about that? And I'm gonna go look in the chat. Okay, let me scroll up. Christmas. Yes, I love that too. Thanksgiving food. Enough said, Brooke. Enough said. Christmas. Yes, the cold weather. Yeah, that is true. Christmas is also like the end of the year, a good time to reflect on like the year and everything that happened, all that you accomplished. Yes, the season. It is a really good time to just really switch your mind to gratitude, like really being intentional about it. Obviously, like that's what, the holidays are about, but like it's sometimes we get that overlooked in life. So it's really a good time to focus on that. Christmas, the lights. Yes, I love the lights too. It's so pretty. The cozy feeling. Yes, I love it. And how are we all feeling going with our goals? One on a scale 1 to 10. How are you feeling going into this holiday season? It can be like, yeah, your goals like physically. It can be, just like overwhelmed with family, like all of that happening. Just yeah, all of the things together. Okay, a 4, 3, 6, 7. Awesome. 6.5, kind of all over the board. 8, 7. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys for sharing. So, my goal is going to be to give you, I'm going to share 10 tips that are going to help lower your stress and anxiety when it comes to your goals for the holidays. And we are going to even discuss like some things that have to do with family and things. I know someone suggested that in the chat. They're like, I'm overwhelmed with family this holiday season. So, we'll chat about that. And please, I want this call to be where you can unmute and share tips as well. These are just suggestions from me and other coaches, things we've done in the Slay Squad, but I know all of you other coaches and I know clients, you all have great ideas too that maybe you do, and I would love for you to share. So please unmute, drop in the chat, and share any suggestions that you have as well. So, first things first is your mindset going into the holidays. Just prepare and just start with your mind knowing that you are going to be eating different foods, right? Like we're going to have holiday goodies. We're going to have, parties that we're going to, and it's going to be okay. Like tell yourself in your mind, like things are going to look a little different. I may not hit my macros. I may not track, things perfectly. I'm going to eat extra sweets that I maybe normally would say no to, and just be okay with it in your mind. Everything starts in our mind, right? Everything we lead with our mind. So if you're going to have that in your mind, that already is going to take your stress from here to here. And just know like your body's not going to go anywhere. What you've worked hard for, it's not going to go anywhere. And celebrating the holiday a few days or however many, times you choose to do it, it's not going to just disappear and be gone. You're not going to gain 10 pounds of fat. Like that's not going to happen. So go with that truth, right? And talk with your coach if you need to as well to get yourself in that good mindset. But start with your mindset and know that those extra calories are not going to impact everything completely. All your hard work is not going to be gone. Remember, it's a holiday, right? Like they're just a few days. I know some of you might have some extra parties, and that is okay too. So start with focusing on your mindset. Next, sorry, I'm just going to kind of move you guys here. I'm having a hard time like seeing everything. Okay. Next is going to be exercise. So many times when it comes to the holidays, we're like, oh, I'm just not going to work out. I'm too busy. I got so much to do. No, 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 no. Still prioritize those workouts. If it means getting up an hour earlier to get it in, you get up an hour earlier to get it in. Still get it in, even on Christmas Eve, like still get up, stick to your routine with working out throughout the entire holiday season. Don't just abandon it. Just don't, oh, I'm just going to do a couple workouts this week. We're so busy. Like, no, make it a priority. Still stick to your routine. One thing I love about the holidays is when you're eating those extra calories, right? You're going to have that extra energy and you can really hit some good PRs. So even make that a focus of like, I'm going to keep working out and let me see if I can lift it a little heavier and put that food to good use. Something that I love to do with my family that we've kind of made a habit is we are active when it comes to our holidays. So we get up and we do something. Like we're not really family that just sits around. We are like go busy people the way it is. So we love to go for walks. Like something that we've made a habit is when we get done eating Thanksgiving, we go for a walk after. I know like my in-laws, and even my family, depending on the weather, of course. They'll go outside and play football, which is really fun. Like we make a big football game out of it. So we're being active. So like include that, right? Include that in your holiday time planning with family. Be like, hey, let's go for a walk or let's get outside and play football or, whatever it might be. Just get out and be active. That's going to help with your digestion too, which is another plus. But that's just another way that you can get some movement in during these holiday seasons. Um, and I want to really stress to not do extra cardio, okay? Just because you're eating a little extra more food, you do not need to do extra cardio to burn off what you ate. Just focus on, moving your body each day as you can throughout the holiday season, and then get in like your workouts, like I said. So prioritize that exercise, don't neglect it. Third one is eating a breakfast going into your holidays. Many people, and I'm not going to lie, I used to do this way before I learned about how important breakfast is and just understanding the importance of getting in, protein and calories, all that. Some people are like, I'm going to skip breakfast because I'm going to eat so much at lunch. Don't do that because then you will overeat and you're going to feel sick. So start your day with still eating a well-balanced breakfast before you're having a big meal so that A, you're still nice and full and you're getting in that protein, right, that you may not get in. And then B, you're not going to overindulge at your holiday meals like I would. So make it high protein because I feel like at most holidays, especially, Thanksgiving, we have turkey. But maybe, protein may not be something that a ton of it's offered. So make sure like, hey, at least I can focus in on getting in protein in the morning at my breakfast. And then I always like to get in fruits and veggies for those micronutrients and fiber because a lot of the times, things we eat at the meals maybe not be so high in fiber. And so it's good to get that in when you can. So yeah, don't skip breakfast. Like I said, otherwise you're going to be starved by the time the holiday meals come, and that's when you'll overeat and regret it and feel sick. Okay, let me stop and look in the chat here for a little bit here. See if there's anyone that said anything. Oh, I love that. Luke's family has a walking tradition too. I love that. Yeah, and it just feels good to like get out and just move your body. I don't know. It's easy to just like sit around all day, and that just makes me more tired. So I'm all about if we can get out and move around, I am all about that. So I love that they do that.
I used to do the same thing too, Kayla, where I would not eat all day just to eat more.
Mhm.
And I
Yes.
used to do that with eating out at restaurants. I'd be like, oh, I need to save everything for the end. And now I'm like, no, I need to eat. I need to have protein. It's gonna help.
Yes, and you feel better too. Like you just feel more energetic. I don't know, I'd feel sluggish waiting and I was like hangry. And it's like, well, this is really a fun, Christmas with Kayla. She's already focused on food. Like, no. So make sure you eat and get something in before. Um, Number four is enjoy your dessert. Okay, many times we're like, oh, sweets, I'm nervous to have it, or, I maybe had too many of this. Like, just take a deep breath and enjoy, ladies. Like, please just enjoy. We have holidays again, a couple times a year. It's okay to enjoy some sweet treats. Make your choice. Look at what's being served, make your choice. Don't overindulge. Like, try to be balanced, right? Instead of having like five pieces of pie, like, oh, I'm gonna have all this. Like, no, maybe have one. And then if there's like, another little sweet treat that you want, then have that and be okay with it. Okay. Like, just be okay with it. Don't sit there throughout the rest of Thanksgiving, go, man, I shouldn't have had that. And I should have only had one and I had two. And oh my gosh, I'm just like, no, stick to what you want. Don't overindulge. Don't eat to where you feel sick, but just be happy about it and enjoy. Again, like it's a holiday. This is what life is about, is enjoying these things. So eat the dessert. I'm telling you, eat the dessert, ladies.
And one thing I do, like, I don't know if your guys' family does this, but we usually don't just have like one dessert. It won't just be like pumpkin pie. There'll be like literally five or six pies or different things. And I try everything. So that's kind of my mindset. Like, there's not one dish, not one dessert if I wanna, unless I don't like it, but like, I try everything. But when I say I take a bite, like, I literally take a bite. Like, sometimes, like, I've been told by my grandma, she's like, that's all you're getting is like the tiniest sliver you can have of each pie. Cause I want to try each one and you can always go back. Like start small, try everything and like eat slow, enjoy like the time. You can always go back for what you really liked, but sometimes you might realize you have a sliver and that's all you really wanted was to try it. Or maybe it didn't even make you feel very good or maybe you didn't even really like it, but like start small, you can always go back for more. Like you don't have to load it up. And I think that is something that helps me a lot. I try everything. There's nothing I won't try, nothing's off limits, but I do small and I go back if I really love something.
Yes, I agree. Just go small and space it out. Like Chelsea said, if you want to have one, at lunch, and then maybe you'll have another little slice at dinner or the next day. Like if you want to have one the next day, have it the next day. Include it in your macros and call it good. Like don't feel guilty about it. It might, again, the holidays and what you choose to eat might look a little bit different than your usual everyday nutrition choices, but it's okay. Again, you're not doing it for like a whole entire month, not even a whole entire week. It's just for a short couple of days and it is going to be okay. So eat the dessert, choose to have what you want, be happy, and enjoy. Don't sit there and regret it. Number five is really be in tune with how you feel, like those hunger cues, okay? I know it's easy sometimes. I'm like, oh, all this good food, and I just like overindulge where it's like I'm full, but I'm like, I have to try that cornbread casserole because I don't get that every day, and I have to have it. And I'm like sick to my stomach. No, if you are sick, don't have it, okay? Like be aware of what your stomach is telling you and match it with your mind. Don't go with that mindset of like, oh, I've got to have, just one more because I'm not going to eat this again, in another year. Like, no, be aware of it. Know your limit. That's a really big thing is know your limit. And just have that balance and moderation so that you don't end up getting sick. Number six, this one's my favorite. Take home leftovers. I love Thanksgiving leftovers. I'm all about it. I know some families are like, oh, we don't want any leftovers. Everyone go and eat, but take home the holiday leftovers. You're going to have turkey and maybe some of you will have ham. Those are great protein sources. Guess what? You can have them again as well. And then you can, weigh them out, measure it, and make sure that you're getting in the amount that you need to hit your macros. You can start tracking them the next day with those leftovers. Yeah, leftovers are my favorite. I don't know who out there all has leftovers. Like I do turkey sandwiches for weeks. It's my favorite. And just track it. Like you can have these foods. Like it's not like they're a special occasion. Like we can have these things. That's what we're all about in the Slay Squad. And if you feel like you can't, then that's when you need to talk with your coach because these are things that fit in your macros, right? Maybe throw then a sprinkle in some veggies while you're having some of the leftovers or some extra fruit to get in some fiber and things. But these are things that you can have. So, and if your family's willing to give you leftovers, take them because I'm all about that. Because I don't have to cook next few days. We're having leftovers. Turkey soup. Oh, that sounds really good, Jen. You might have to share that recipe. Yes, turkey sandwiches. How do you track other people's homemade dishes? That's a really great question. I would just do the best that you can. Like you're not going to know what they all put in it. You can find something generic in the app and just like call it good, the best that you can. Even if maybe it's not, the exact right thing, like just pick something that's close to it. That's what I would do. It's going to be hard to know, what they exactly put into it, or you can ask them for the recipe too. Turkey
And
gummy.
what I typically have my girls do, like obviously talk to your coach and it depends on you and your goals, but like I typically tell my girls not to track the day of Thanksgiving or Christmas because although I believe in discipline and like getting it done, especially if you're in a weight loss phase, it's like 2 days out of the year. Don't go crazy, don't stuff yourself. But at the same time, like 2 days out of the year, if you are on it, it's not going to hurt you. Just enjoy the day and don't be focused on like having to ask your relatives on like what's in it or
Mhm.
tracking. Like just put your phone away, unless you want to take a picture, like just truly be present in the day. That's what I have my girls do, unless you have a really strong reason you have to be tracking, you're competing. Like I would just say take the day off. That's my thought, but like whatever your plan is, whatever you decide with your coach, but 2 days out of the year is not going to hurt you. But as a general rule, if you're always eating out, eating with friends, eating homemade cooked meals, you're going to want to track it and just like Kayla said, do the best you can. You can search for it in the app, like what it is. Like I'm trying to think of an example, but like corn casserole, you can literally search that and estimate the amount, eyeball it as best you can. And I tend to always pick the highest calorie one because it probably is. Unless like you're cooking with someone that's like macro conscious, low fat, it probably is the higher calorie, usually more than what you think. And that's how I'll do it.
Yeah. And like, I was gonna go ahead, Lindsay.
I just wanted to mention because some people struggle with tracking at restaurants too because they can't find the exact restaurant. Guys, if you're going to like a steakhouse, find a chain restaurant that's a steakhouse and track from there. Like it's okay to find something similar when you can't find the exact thing. You just want to find something similar.
Yes. And like Chelsea said, pick the one highest in calories too. That's always good. And like Chelsea said too, it's a day. Like it's a day. I don't know about you, but I am just like there's so much more to life. Like my goals matter, but I want to be present. I don't want to be on my phone. I don't want to be in my mindset like, oh, did I eat this? Did I eat that? Oh my gosh, am I gonna gain weight? What's the scale gonna say? Like life is just, I don't know. There's so much more to life than those things. And don't miss out on having your mind focused on the now and your family and taking all that in because of your goals. Your goals will always be there. So I tell my clients, your goals will always be there. Be with your family, enjoy, make the most of it. And guess what? We'll be here when you get back. You'll get back to it. Number 7, my tip is don't weigh yourself the day after Christmas or Thanksgiving. Like, don't. Who cares? Okay. We're going to all be bloated. Okay. You're going to have water retention and just don't do it because you're just going to think, oh, I gained this much. And oh, it's not a true reflection. Okay. So just ditch the scale, maybe even the whole entire weekend and weigh yourself a week later. That's what I would highly suggest because that's going to be then once you've gotten back to your plan, that's going to be a true reflection of it. So don't stress. You're not going to gain weight from eating the meal. Yeah, ditch the scale. Number 8, I know I kind of talked about this already, but just a reminder again, it's a holiday. So again, a day off of tracking. Okay, it's not the whole entire Thanksgiving all the way to Christmas. It's not going to be those 30, 31 days, whatever it is, like that you are completely off. And I would hope not. Okay, we're not going to take completely off. But again, it's a holiday. And for some of you, like I know for me, I celebrate multiple holiday, like or multiple with families one night and another family a different night. So there's going to be, and I'm not going to track those 2 nights. Like I'm not. I'm going to be with my family those whole entire days. And it's going to be okay. If you're feeling anxious about this and overwhelmed that you're not tracking for a couple days, or some of us, I know we have Christmas parties. It's going to be hard to track those things. Let us know how you're feeling. Talk with us coaches, and we're here to help you. Maybe it's going to be kind of a month of a little more flexibility. Flexibility doesn't mean like totally ditching everything, but maybe you're hitting it really hard 5 days a week. And then when you have Christmas parties on the weekends, we're being a little more flexible and we can talk to you about maybe, having good, breakfast to start your day and then, what you're going to go into for the night, what you can prioritize at parties, and then just enjoying. We can chat with you about that. But we want you again to just enjoy the holiday, to enjoy the parties, not stress that your progress is going to go anywhere because it's not. But we also, of course, want to hold you accountable if that's what you're really wanting and to remind you to not go overboard, but to also know that like you can have that balance. It is possible for you. Family, I added this one in because I don't know if it was Jen, but someone mentioned family. And this is something I'm going to really be working on this year because I moved back. I haven't been around my family for 10 years for holidays. So, just some things I thought of, and please add and share if anyone feels comfortable or wants to, or, you can private message if it's really personal later, but set boundaries with your family. That is the biggest thing, is to express boundaries. I know it's hard when you're being pulled left and right and like, we're doing this and we're doing that time. You got to be here and you got to do that. Set boundaries. Like if you want to do something with your family at a certain time, you're not going to join this family or whatever it might be, learn to set that boundary, learn to speak up and say something. Otherwise, guess what? You're going to be very frustrated and miserable and you're not going to enjoy anything at all. I know I have like some clients that have told me they go from one Christmas to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And they're like, I'm just so overwhelmed. I'm watching the clock all day. Do you want that to look like that this year for Christmas? Like you have a say. You don't have to make everyone happy. What do you want those boundaries to look like? It's okay to say no. This is one that I have really learned, especially after becoming a mom. I feel like I am saying no more often because I have to. And I have to stand up for my family too and what's going to work for us. So it's okay to say no. Are people going to be upset? Probably. Are they going to get over it? Absolutely. It's going to be okay. They're not going to love you any less. They're not going to, disown your family. Like it's going to be okay. So it's okay to say no to some things. If you need to slow down, if you need to just take time to just like be like have a stress-free night and maybe it's not going to the party, like it's okay to say no. Take some deep breaths and just try to be present and enjoy as much as you can. If that means you get to do that because you set boundaries and said no, great. Whatever you need to do, just be present so you can enjoy the holidays. We don't want this to be something where we dread, like we don't want to dread them. We don't want to go, oh, the holidays are coming. That's not what they're meant for. So take some deep breaths, set the boundaries, say no if you need to, and just enjoy. And yeah, don't overdo yourself. Take that time for you. I remember I had a friend that was like, like we have a Christmas party, Christmas party, Christmas party. And she's like, I think I'm gonna have to say no to one because she's like, we're not able to have any family time in between there. And we have traditions of gingerbread cookies, decorating and looking at Christmas lights. And she's like, we got to take time to do that. And you can, and it's okay to say no to something and to take time to do that with your family. Okay, I'm gonna stop and read the chat.
I think
Or
it's hard
yes.
when you have family that all lives near you. I know, like, for my friends and even for my sister that has like both in-laws close, they're trying to do everything and all in a day. They're like trying to make both lunches and this, and like it looks kind of stressful and they're dragging kids around and they aren't even enjoying the day. And I've been kind of thankful my in-laws live in Minnesota and then my parents are here. So we either travel to see my in-laws and we're not seeing my family, or we're here and we're not seeing my husband's family. But that makes the holiday really enjoyable. We're just one place, and that's nice. And we have said, even if we were where our families were close together, we would choose one and we would alternate. And that's just what it would be because that's what would make it enjoyable for our family. And that's okay. You don't have to exist to make everybody happy. You can prioritize family in different ways, right? Like you can do Thanksgiving with one side one year, the next year. You don't have to do it all. If you need permission, just know you don't have to do it all and say yes to everyone if you really don't want to. If you want
Yes,
to,
or
that's great. But
exactly. But if it's going to add stress or you're going to feel like you're being stretched thin and you're just like not yourself for the holidays, you're like, this is not the mom, the wife that I want to be with my family. Like, this isn't fun. Then, like
yeah.
Chelsea said, pick and choose some things, set those boundaries and be like, hey, this is what we're choosing to do. And I know, like, yeah, I know it's hard. I've been there too. And like coming back, it's like traditions are already established here for my family. So learning to be like, okay, this is what we're going to go to. This is what we're going to go to. This is what we're going to choose to stay home and do things for our own family. Um, is what we're choosing to do. And it might look a little different for my family, but that's what we're going to choose to do. So it's okay to do that. And I know that for some of you, like you said, it's really stressful and hard and just make, decisions that are best for your family. And maybe it might look different this year. Like maybe it's something that you've never done before, but you're like, hey, I need to do this.
Yeah.
So I suggest, yeah, doing it.
And
Um,
holidays, remember like the reason for them and the purpose and family
mhm,
time and focusing on faith. And if for you it's become nothing but stress, I think then it's time to take inventory of like what it's become and is it even the purpose anymore? And is there
mhm,
even joy anymore? And if not, you probably need to redo the way you do them. And that's hard if it's like backtracking
mhm.
where people have expected something of you. But it's really important. You got to enjoy your life too. And you got to like prioritize your family first before everyone else.
Mhm. Absolutely. And I know, Jen, like you were saying, it's hard, yeah, with having divorced parents and then in-laws. Absolutely. Because you have how many sides? And a 3-hour drive, that's hard. I know one thing that you can always do too, and or maybe suggest is like, hey, can we celebrate Christmas with one family like after in January sometime. Like I know it's later, but I know I was talking with a friend and that's what she said. She's like, we do it weeks before with my in-laws, and then with my family, we do it, on Christmas or whatever. And maybe that's just when it is. And I know that's hard. I know that might be hard for some parents to be like, but we want you on Christmas. We got you. Like I understand that, but you know what? If they love you, like I hope that they're willing to be flexible and work with something that's going to work. So yes, don't let people pressure you to eat too. Yes, that's another thing I know I've heard too from some of you is that like people will pressure you like, aren't you going to eat this or aren't you going to try that or you didn't have enough on your plate? Like, yeah, don't give in to what family is saying about what you're putting into your mouth. You do you, and don't worry about them.
Which is honestly so weird when you think about it. Like, I know
Yes.
my family's like that too, but now that I think about it and I think of like the way I respond to other people, I would never comment on, especially like, say, my daughter or younger people's food choices. I find it very odd. Like it's kind of weird. Like don't comment on other people's food choices and how much they're eating, and don't let people make you feel weird for what you're eating.
Yeah. Yeah, that is such a good point, Lindsay. I'm glad that you shared that. And it is, there's probably a deeper root with them if they're if they're sitting there monitoring your plate while everyone else, you're at a dinner
Yeah, it's
table and there's
weird.
something else. It is, it's very strange. There's something else going on there. So don't let it get to you. Oh, yes, I love the movie Four Christmases.
That's
Oh,
everyone's stories. That's all I'm like picturing.
yes. Oh, I love it. It's
If
such a
you
good
haven't
movie.
seen it, go watch it. Don't let
Yes.
your Christmas turn into that.
No. Oh, oops, wrong way. Okay, sorry. Okay, and number 10, and I feel like this is just another really, really important one. And like what Chelsea was talking about, like this is what the season about is being present, right? Live in that moment with your family and with your friends. And I know I already said this, but you're not going to get those times back. I feel like with me having my almost 3-year-old, like it's just going so fast. And just each year time is passing by. And it's like I don't want to miss out because I didn't set a boundary or I was worried about my food. Like there's just so much more to life than that. So, and yeah, so please, please, please just be present, enjoy. Don't let your goals, be sitting in your head the whole time or exhaustion from expectations from family. Like just be present and enjoy and just make this like one of the best maybe holidays that you've ever had in a really long time. Mm. Okay, so any takeaways or anything else that you want to share with those tips or any other tips to add? I would love to hear. So I know some of you have great ideas as well. Or if you're just like, hey, I'm in this scenario with my family and or this is where I'm feeling with my goals and I'm nervous, like we can chat through it with you. If there was something that stuck out to you, they're like, boom, I'm going to commit to this. Like you can share, you can unmute and share or drop it in the chat. But yeah, just know we're here for you. We're here to help you through this season. We don't want it to be a stressful time. Hopefully, these tips help. If you want to talk more in depth with your coach, please do so. But we want to make this a great time for you girls that you can enjoy and just see that, like, I don't know, other programs I'm sure are not like that. They're probably having you track, but we're not like that in the Slay Squad. We're about being present and enjoying and having balance and really teaching you that.
I just wanted to say, Kayla, like, thank you so much for your number 9 point. It's not an area that I struggle with. We moved to Arizona. We have no family here, so it's
Mhm.
fine. But you guys, I feel like this is like fitness and nutrition coaches, right? But you don't just stop there. You're talking about actually setting boundaries that are really going to add to people's overall health and mental health and stress, which then reflects in our eating habits and all these other things because it all bleeds into one another. So you can't address just a part and not the whole. And so I'm thankful for that. And I really appreciate that you guys take time to do that. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Laura, for sharing that. Absolutely.
I,
We're here. Oh, go ahead. I was going to
I
say,
was
like,
gonna say, I think something that's going to be helpful for me this year, because I struggle with the whole family situation, is just having the chats, like the all of the chatting that goes on, because it's like a constant reminder of what we're supposed to be doing. Versus sometimes I feel like when you get caught up in the hustle and bustle of all the things, you forget about some of these really good pointers that we've had even in a call. And it gets brought back up in the chat. And it's really good to kind of scroll through there sometimes when you're feeling kind of stressed out. So I think that's going to be really good for me.
awesome. Yeah. We'll make sure to share them more in the chat too and re-talk about them.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, Kayla and I talked about a lot of these points because in Canada, we've already had our Thanksgiving. So we had to kind of pre-plan for this up here.
Mhm.
So I did exactly what she said. I didn't track for the day. I enjoyed 2 dinners. We did Saturday night, the one night at the cottage, and then we did the Monday at my mom's house. And I did jump on the scale on the Tuesday and it was up, but I didn't let it bother me because we discussed it would be up. And within a couple of days, I was down to a new low. So I actually benefited from it in the end, but it was great to be able to like have the dinner, have the gravy, have the roll, not worry about it, have a piece of pie and move on. And it wasn't scary or overwhelming because on any other program I was on before, it was shameful. And now it's not, which I would say.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Like, we don't want you to feel guilty for eating the foods that you love with your family. Like, if anyone makes you feel that way, then they've got to be gone because that's not what this is about, what we are about, who we are about. So I'm really glad. I know it's so funny, Jen, to think your Thanksgiving is over with.
Yeah,
You
ours
guys
was
have,
about a couple of weeks ago. We were 3 weeks ago. So it was,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I get that. But you got Christmas coming up. So
Yeah. And then we had all of this Blue Jays stuff for the last like 2 weeks. So that was because there was always people at my house. So there was always somebody bringing a dip or bringing this or bringing that. And it was
yeah.
a little intense, but I'm glad that that's over.
Yes. All about balance and moderation. Anyone else? I'm going to stop sharing my